It's 2017, and after nearly 4 years with the largest stop motion studio in the country, I'm about to lock myself out of the castle for good. After happily moving back to the art department, but now as a junior mold maker, my once again boss, industry VFX veteran fabricator John Warren, goes above and beyond to welcome me back to his team. I am beyond excited to return, for although I love fabricating puppets more than anything in the stop motion medium, having been granted the unique opportunity to travel through various departments, it is now very clear to me that John's management style is the best I've experienced within the studio. Originally believing my return to be a lateral move, John also surprises me by wanting to change my title to mold maker, due to my experience with the puppet department. And even surprises me with trying to get me my first raise in nearly 3 years of working for the company. For this, I am forever grateful. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. I am now back in the most efficient department and falling in love with my tight-knit team while casting all kinds of set pieces, from the largest parts to the smallest components, and loving every second of it as I am fortunate to learn from one of the coolest, cleanest, and most organized leads I've ever had. It doesn't take long, however, until the entire art department is gathered for some very unfortunate news. As the producer informs us all that John will no longer be our manager. Much of the crew takes this news hard as John manages to inspire many of us. But now we're just gonna let him go? Don't you do it, don't you dare. Mistake! Mistake!
Alright, so here's a little pro tip for all you kids out there. If a producer decides to fire your immediate boss, maybe don't tell her she's made a mistake. Huge mistake. In front of 100 or more of your co-workers, okay?
In addition to the news, we're also told sometime after that there is going to be a massive layoff. And guess what? I'm on the list. Oh, and you remember that raise I was telling you all about?
That went away with John. Bye-bye.
It's sometimes difficult for me to express my feelings via words. Perhaps these visual aids will help. Here are 2 walnuts, and here is a very large mallet.
Dude, you take things way too personal.
Do I? Nonetheless, my time at the studio comes to an end. And as I once again find myself unemployed, I am not quite sure what I'm going to do next. Fortunately for me, though, my amazing friend, Matt Burlingame, reaches out to me to ask me if I want to join him in a small team of guys, including Tony Preciado, Michael Posser, and, drumroll please, John Warren! On a commercial project directed by the one and only Gus Van Sant. Yes, please. The project is a blast, and I work on it for a month while learning a ton from these veterans and great guys. I also continue to make really fun dancing and singing tree puppets for my buddy, color correction artist and creator of our official TP movie poster, the amazing Jake Carlson. An immensely talented lighting and cameraman manages to land a super fun project creating a stop-motion music video for the psychedelic rock band Westerner. It becomes my job to produce nearly 40 tree puppets of various sizes via molding and casting. Eventually, out of a steady job again, my good buddy Russell informs me that Weta is hiring, so I apply and to my surprise hear back from them instantly. This is amazing, because who wouldn't want to travel to New Zealand to work for one of the greatest VFX studios in the world? Everything starts out great, and I managed to get really good feedback from the molding department by scoring a sweet virtual interview with them. But ultimately, the opportunity leads nowhere. After missing a very large open house at Shadow Machine's new Portland stop-motion location, it comes to my attention that I may have just missed out on a good local job opportunity. But thanks to my good friend and head of puppets, Miel, I am able to land a gig on Adult Swim's original series, The Shivering Truth, Season 1. Originally excited for the prospect of being hired on as a sculptor, and, despite not having worked on the show's pilot and having very little knowledge of how the characters' head mechanics are fabricated, it somehow becomes my job to fabricate the head mechanics on a lot of puppets. It's a tall ask for a TV show, and as the producer so eloquently put it, it was like making a very specific cake without having that cake's recipe. That project ends and I am once again out of work, until asked to come back and do some similar puppet work for a very exciting film project called Booksmart, produced by Will Ferrell and directed by Olivia Wilde. The work that a small team and I do is for the short stop-motion sequence of the film. My dream woman and I even go to check out the film during its opening week, and as a big fan of the movie, I am beyond excited to see my name in the credits. All right, here we go. Puppet fabrication. Ready? Ready? Ha! I then head over to artist friend Scott Foster's shop to help him with a couple of fun casting projects, some clear feet for Nike, and some sweet Game of Thrones promotional dragon glass daggers, both expertly molded by master fabricator turned friend Matthew McKenna. Actually, that was a really nice experience. Thank you, Scott. It's around this time that I hear from my good buddy, Russell, who's always looking out for me. Thank you, buddy. And he wants to offer me a chance to come back to the studio as his art department mold making second in command. I'm honored he thinks of me, and it would be awesome to work with him again. But the rehiring process just kind of stops. Huh. What's this? It's a list. It's black. And it has my name on it. Perhaps it goes without saying, but I'm not hired back. Unemployed again, and maybe becoming a bit of a stereotype. I come to the conclusion that I need a job. Any job, but a job. I apply to a small framing company seeking seasonal workers and manage to land the gig and start later that night after the interview. I'm partnered up with a very nice older gentleman, and we have a great time working together while getting to know one another. I eventually ask him what his role is at the company. He simply replies that he and his sister are owners of the company and just like to come in and help out during the busy seasons. Now this is a business owner. The company also does this really amazing thing for an employee that's been working for them for many years. She always wanted to go to India, so the company buys her an all-expense-paid trip to India for her retirement. Hey, all you big corporations out there, take notes. I know I did. Around this same time, my good friend Emily Myers invites me to give a puppet molding presentation and demo to her stop-motion class at PNCA. The students and I have a great time, and I even get to help out with the class a bit longer than originally anticipated. Oh, and if anyone's curious, Emily also gets Rico a chance to perform on cable access. Rotten serves as an extra in a zombie film, and Risco, well, he just sorta hangs out. I'm doing quite well at the framing company and managed to stay on a bit longer than originally scheduled there as well. Management provides me the chance to move around to various departments. It becomes clear that I may even be able to move up in the company. But then I receive a phone call that once again changes everything. Oh, I had you there. You thought I was going to end it, didn't you? No, it actually turns out that Netflix is gearing up to do not one, but 2 stop-motion feature films in Oregon. I've just been contacted by the head of puppet fabrication on Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, inquiring if I'd be interested in joining the team. I am indeed. But simultaneously, it comes to my attention that Henry Selick will be directing a film of his own again called Wendell and Wild. Now, I know very little about this film at this time, so I'm leaning pretty heavily towards Pinocchio. That is, until I catch wind that Merrick Cheney himself will be leading the puppet fabrication team, and this, for me, is the game changer. I reach out to him immediately to try and set up an interview. Literally the day I am notified that I will be receiving the job as a mold maker for Wendell and Wild's puppet department, I also receive a call from my great friend and mentor, Mark Brokaw, letting me know that he just got hired on the very same project as my lead. What? Wait a second. You mean to tell me that 2 of the men that I respect and admire most in the industry are now going to be my immediate bosses? Oh, gee, golly gosh, I sure hope this goes well.